We're back for another episode, not episode, but another live of Authentic Manhood. We're going through the 60-day devotional, just daily reflections for men, just diving into some really encouraging material and content for men just to get your day started. We start around 6. It may be 6 Eastern time or it may be 6 Central time based on morning workouts with the wifey. Got my hubby shirt on this morning. Shout out to all the husbands out there. Man, let's get into it. Day 4 is entitled All of Your Heart. All of your heart, not some of your heart, all of your heart. Let's get into it. Just a daily read along. If you haven't got your devotional, go over to Amazon. I'll include a link in the bio where you can go and grab your copy. I was about to say your free copy. It's not free. It takes a little bit of investment where I don't think it's much. I think it's like $9, $10, something like that. All right, let's get into it. All of your heart. Feelings can emerge in our lives that we didn't know what to do with. If we bottle up and bury these feelings, we can begin to become numb. A lot of us have been conditioned to push through our feelings, to persevere through the pain, or worse, to ignore it completely. But our feelings are telling us something important about ourselves. God gave us feelings to tell us what's going on in our heart. And Jesus calls us to love God with all of our heart. But only if we know what's going on in our hearts can we give it all to Him. What's going on in your heart? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? Hurt, fear, sadness, loneliness, gladness, anger, shame? Become aware of what is going on in your heart so you can give it all to God. And also, man, this is good here because a lot of times we will ignore. I got to just take a pause from the reading. We will ignore the warning signs, right? We will ignore the feelings and the emotions that are rising to the surface. Maybe it's something that you're feeling concerning your job. Maybe it's a health issue, right? And you're feeling a certain way, and we're just keeping it inside. I think we need to become more curious of like not only our feelings and but why we are feeling what we're feeling, why we are experiencing certain emotions. And so man, slow down. A lot of times this takes us to slow down. My therapist, and I'm gonna get back to the reading. My therapist and I, we came up with this exercise to do because of the hustle and bustle of just daily life, the work grind, the parent grind, just the responsibilities that we have as real authentic men just can get to you, right? And so he said, we came up with this thing where we just gonna stop and pause. And the context in which we do it is at a busy intersection. And what we do is just when the light turns green from red, we just sit there, turn the ignition off, and just breathe. Imagine doing that, right? Cars are honking their horn behind you. Somebody's flipping, somebody's going to flip you the bird. Somebody's cussing you out. They're aggressively swerving around you, right? Because we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned to just go, 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 go. Sometimes we got to slow down. All right. And so, and really take inventory of what's going on in our hearts. All right, let's continue. I'm off my soapbox. Let's continue to read. Become aware of what is going on in your heart so you can give it all to God. And also, you can share your heart with your family and close friends. It's when we bring things into the light that we can heal. I'm going to say that again. It's when we bring things into the light that we can heal. It's when we turn over everything in our heart to God that we can enjoy His peace and true freedom. Scriptures give us some helpful guidance in giving our heart to God. Jesus models this for us when he shares the sorrow in his heart with his disciples the night before his crucifixion. He modeled it again later that night when he cried out in tears to his father, sharing every emotion he must have been feeling in that moment of desperation. And we see this over in Mark 14:34 through 36. God can deliver us from our fears if we take them to him. That's over in Psalms 34. The Apostle Paul encourages us to take our confusion and anxiety to God so we can enjoy a peace that comes only from him. And we see that in Philippians 4:6 through 7. And finally, we're told that when we turn to Christ, he can remove, I'm congested, sorry, I'm sniffling. We're told that when we turn to Christ, he can remove the veil that covers our hearts so we can enjoy the freedom he offers to those who seek him. All right. We have to include him in on this whole activity of just simply slowing down and knowing our heart and being curious about what's in our heart. It can take some courage to be honest about what's going on in your heart. But one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself is to let yourself feel your feelings. I'm going to say that again. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is to let yourself feel your feelings. We're not feeling our feelings. We're stuffing them. We're suppressing them. I was in the army for about 13 years, and one of the things we had to do when we either went to the field or whether we was PCSing or transitioning to another base, right? We had orders to go somewhere else or we was gearing up to go to Iraq. We used duffel bags, right? And we put all our things. It's funny how all of our entire life could be suppressed and stuffed into a duffel bag, but we did it. And that's the picture that I see here with our feelings. This is if we're just stuffing our feelings into a duffel bag, right? This emotional duffel bag, and we throw it over our shoulder and we lug it through life, right? Like we used to lug it through the airport. People was like, "Do you need help? Do it look like I need help?" I don't need help because we was all strapped and had all these muscles. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're stuffing all these emotions. We're not going through it. We're not unpacking, right? Ah, that's a whole nother talk. All right, let's go. Let's go. We got to be able to share them in your close relationships and be able to give all of your heart to God. Action steps. Let's get into action steps to wrap this thing up. Reflect on what's going on in your heart. Become aware of what you are feeling. Don't rush it. Give it some time. All right. If you've buried your feelings over time, you've placed it in that duffel bag, it can take some time and space to even be aware of what they are. You know, invite God into them with you. All right. You can't unpack this duffel bag, this emotional duffel bag alone. You need to invite God in along with the process. All right. Give all of your heart. And this is challenging for me, man. It's so easy to just be stuck in that grind and that routine, but we need to invite God and give him all of your heart. Ask yourself, am I willing to look deeply and honestly into my heart and share what's in there with the Lord, both the good and the bad? Am I willing to get it out into the light for healing by sharing it with a trusted friend? I always encourage you here on the Pop Talk channel that fatherhood isn't a solo sport, it's a team sport. I believe that manhood falls into that same category. God intended for us to do life in community. Find you a team, find you some support, include God in taking inventory of your heart, and then give it all to Him. Give Him all of your heart. Again, this has been a 60-day Devo, day 4. I believe we on. Um, Man, thank you for joining us. Thank you for just tuning in, whether you're watching this in the whatever it is called the retake or the I forget what the word is. It leaves me. You're not watching it live, but you're watching it like after the fact, right? Man, have a great day. Go do hard things. Peace.